Morning, Hope City. I'm Eric. I'm one of the young adult leaders here at Hope City Church. This weekend, Matt went over Genesis chapter 21. If you haven't got a chance to catch the message, go ahead and click right here. Go back and take a look at it. One of the things that I took away from this message actually was from verse 9 and 10, and I kind of want to share that out with you guys a little bit. So let's go. It says, "But Sarah saw the son mocking, the one Hagar the Egyptian had borne to Abraham. So she said to Abraham, 'Drive out this slave with her son, for the son of this slave will not be a co-heir with my son Isaac.'" That's a really interesting verse to me, because wasn't it Sarah's idea in the first place? Let's go back to Genesis 16. So in Genesis 16, it says, right from the start, right from the get-go, verse 1, Abram's wife Sarah had not borne any children for him, but she owned an Egyptian slave named Hagar. Sarah said to Abram, "Since the Lord has prevented me from bearing children, go to my slave. Perhaps through her I can build a family." So interesting. She's taking God's promise. At this point, they know that God has promised that there's going to be a family of many nations through Abraham's line. But she says, maybe I can build a family. I think that's just so interesting how a lot of times we take plans into our own hands and we want to go around what God is saying. But God says, wait for me. I have promises for you that are going to bless you. Let's go to Jeremiah 29. Jeremiah 29:11. God says it really clear right here. He says, "For I know the plans I have for you." Not, Eric, I know the plans I have for myself. No, he says, "For I know the plans I have for you." This is the Lord's declaration. Plans for your well-being, not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope. So Sarah decided to take things into her own hands. And because of that, she had a lot of anger and contempt in her heart towards other people. But the thing is even in though she went ahead and did her own plan, God still came through with his promise. Back in verse 1, he said, "The Lord came to Sarah as he had said, and the Lord did for Sarah what he had promised." God is always going to come up back and answer his promises. He's the God of answering promises, even if we try to do things in our own. There's always going to be trials. There's always going to be something in our lives that's going to try and take us away from the Lord. But God says in Jeremiah 29, verse 12, "You will call to me, you will come and pray to me, and I will listen to you." If we have plans or we have things that we want to do, we need to bring them to Jesus, and he is the one who can answer those prayers and he can answer those promises. That's just something that I got out of this teaching for this weekend. If you had anything else that you got out of it, put it in the comments. If not, we'll see you guys later. Have a good one.